This next song is called How to Improvise for Beginners on Guitar.
Down, ticka ticka tar, ticka ticka down.
Hello, so you want to learn how to improvise on the guitar? Well, I'm here to tell you that actually improvisation is not as difficult as you might think. You might think that it's just for advanced guitarists, but actually, no, you can get started very easily. And I'm here to introduce to you the method, perhaps the starting method that you can use to begin your improvisation journey. And there are many different approaches to improvisation, but this one that I'm going to be teaching you is called the universal scale approach. And the universal scale approach simply means that we're using one scale throughout our entire improvisation. Alright, and the first step that you need to take is figure out what key you are playing in. So whatever song you're improvising over, or if you're just jamming with yourself, you need to know which key you are playing in. So let's take a look at the song that I'm playing right now, our improvisation song. And first chord is C major, and then we go to G major, and then it's an A minor, and then it's an F major. So if you know a little bit of music theory, immediately you can put the pieces together and you can see that your A minor chord is your -6, your F is your 4 chord, and then it goes to your 1 chord, which is a C, and then to 5. So if you have that ability to just analyze the chords, then figure out the key, then go ahead, do that. But let's say you don't know music theory. That's perfectly fine. What I want you to do is to sing. That's right, I know. As a guitarist, singing can be very intimidating. When I was starting out, I didn't dare to sing at all. You know, it was pretty scary. I'm a guitarist, don't make me sing. But I always tell my students that you have to sing. And by singing, I don't mean you need to sing like this. No, we're not being singers here. What we want to do is to be able to match the pitch with our voice. Because as a musician, you need to be able to create the notes that you hear in your head. And of course you can create it on the guitar, but the problem with the guitar is that it already creates the notes for you. So if you're reading a tab, for example, and it says to play the B string on the 1st fret, you've got this note. And if it says to play the B string on the 5th fret, you've got that note already. It creates the note for you. Whereas if I ask you to sing a note, for example, the root note, then you should be able to sing do. Alright, so that's a long-winded way of explaining why you should be singing. But anyway, if you want to figure out the key, I want you to just sing. And don't think about what you're singing, don't think so much. All I want you to do is to listen. And you can sing on any syllable, it doesn't have to sound beautiful, as long as you can get the pitch. And I want you to just listen as you sing, and your ear will automatically guide you to let you know which pitch you should be lying on. And you find that as you sing, you're going to be looking for that one root note, that home note, that tonic note, where everything feels like it's at home. So let's go. I'm just going to sing randomly. Na 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 da da la la. See, you don't need to sing well. La 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 la. La 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 la. This sounds pretty nice. It feels like I'm at home here. So I think I found my home note. See how it ends and it's resolved even in the octave. right? It feels like we can just end the song right here. But of course our improvisation journey is not ended, so the song hasn't ended yet. But once you figured out that this is your home notes, I want you to just noodle around on the guitar and you can find where that note is. So la 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 la, this is the note. And then we realize that okay, we are in the key of C major because this is our home note. Okay, so we've got C. Well, I didn't specify if we're in C major or minor, but it's pretty easy to tell. Because if you were in C minor, it would sound like this. It's a lot darker. Oh, but we are in C major. You can hear it's a lot more positive and more uplifting. Oh yeah. So anyway, you can tell whether C major or minor just by using your ear. No need to know all the theory and all that stuff. Just use your ear. If it sounds more positive, chances are it's in C major, and then you test it out and see if you're right. So now that we've established that we are in C major, I want you to just take the scale that fits into the key. So in this case, we've got our C major scale. Yes, and you can play in any position that you want. Or up here, here, here. Alright, you can do whatever you know, use that. Even if it's just basic C major open position. And as you're playing the chords, I want you to just play random notes within the scale. Don't think too much, just play random notes. And if you're a solo fingerstyle guitarist like me, what I want you to do is to play the chord first, and then you play some notes to improvise. Just play a few notes. Alright, let me show you. So I play a C, and then I just something. G. Alright, I play something in my scale. F. C. G. Okay, then add a little bit of character to it. You see, I'm just playing the C major scale, nothing else. And it sounds pretty good. Of course, you need to try it out and work on it over time, but just that simple exercise, just using a scale over the key, and you're already improvising in like immediately. Now, you may have noticed that I'm playing very few notes, and I want you to do that as well. My students, especially when you first get started improvising, they end up playing stuff like this. Alright, too many notes all over the place. I can't make out any melody. I mean, you're just jumping here and there. You need to have good phrasing. You need to phrase your notes well. You need to have a good melodic shape. You need to have intention behind your improvisation. And that's the musicianship and the musical quality. Otherwise, you're just playing random notes. Okay, so play slow and play few notes like this. There's 2 notes per chord, right? Just 2 notes. And then of course, and you get better at it, you can start experimenting with more notes. course, this is just one of many techniques that you can do, but just use this one and figure it out first. Now, the next step that you can do to improve your improvisation is, rather than just playing random notes, I want you to listen and I want you to pick out notes and melodies and phrases that sound good to you. Once you've found a note, a phrase that sounds good, I want you to remember it, I want you to repeat it, keep playing it, develop it and evolve it. So let me show you, okay? If I'm just doing a simple improvisation, I'm just noodling around right now, you know, just figuring out stuff. Still figuring out. That sounds quite nice. Let me try that again. Alright, I played it again in a different form, and again. You see that rhythm, that melody? Repeat it. Change it up. Now you've got some melodic element, repeating element within your solo, so it's a bit more intentional. So, okay, I can remember it, I can sing it out. That means it's a memorable melody, at least to me. And I want you to pick out melodies that work, that sound good, and develop them. Keep going and keep going. And the key with improvisation, you can see this whole lesson is pretty much an improvisation in itself. And then I'm not stopping, I'm not cutting the camera, I'm not splicing the clip out. If I make a mistake, what you need to do, especially if you're improvising, is to know how to recover. And if you're watching this video, you may have seen me make some mistakes. Maybe I say something wrong, or I played it like I just did a mistake right there. And I'm just figuring out how to recover as I go along. And the better you recover, the more people aren't going to notice that you made a mistake. So let's say you're improvising here, and then you play a wrong note. Oh, okay, at least I moved to a correct sounding note after that. And then what you do is you repeat the mistake. Then the audience is like, wait, I thought that was a mistake. Why did he do that again? Or why did she play that same thing again? Wow, actually it's not a mistake. It's intentional, it's jazz. And so that's the idea, okay, with improvisation. You need to be on your feet, on your toes all the time. Okay, now when you have figured it out and you've got better at it, I want you to take your best friend. This is the best friend, this should be your best friend, it's a metronome. And you figure out the tempo you are playing at. Okay, I've got a tempo now. And then you press it on and you go. And your best friend is going to be ticking away, and you need to keep on going. Even if you make a mistake, you need to be in tempo, okay? I'm going to put this guy down here, and I'm gonna keep playing. Challenge yourself to improvise for maybe just 5 minutes straight, non-stop. No matter how bad your mistake is, you have to keep going. If you're actually performing, you can't stop the show. You can't, I mean, unless you make such a bad mistake at the start of the song, then you can restart. But most of the time, in between of a song, you're not gonna restart just because you played a big mistake or even a minor mistake. What you need to do is to keep going and train yourself to keep going by following Mr. Metronome right here. Nah, well, I hope that's been useful to you. I want you to go and try it out. Let me know if you manage to do it. And I want you to help me to help you by letting me know what lessons you'd like me to teach you. Remember, to be a guitarist is not just about all your fancy techniques, but it's about your musicianship, your ear, your ability to use the musical tools you know to create the music you want. Okay, I hope you had a great lesson. Have lots of fun with this. See, I'm drifting from the metronome right here. And then you fall back into place. Alright, this will be the last chord cycle. I hope you had lots of fun. Let me know what you'd like to learn. And until next time, have lots and lots of fun practicing. And I'll see you again.